Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to Dateline Delta. I'm Diane Middleton, a member of the Delta College Board of Trustees. Today we begin our 27th season of Dateline Delta. Delta College recently kicked off its academic school year with an informational message from our president. Next April, we'll experience a very rare event as a total solar eclipse will pass through the United States. We'll pass along some tips for its best viewing. Also, we'll get an update on the women's Pioneer soccer team. Last year, Delta College introduced the new free bus program through Saginaw STARS. Now, a year into the program, we'll see how it is helping the Saginaw community. Delta College's campus is surrounded by Mother Nature with bountiful forests, flowing streams, and a variety of animals, making visiting the campus a worthwhile trip. And to wrap up today's program, we'll learn about the Career Credentials Program.
What's the description for hornblende?
I'll come around and make sure you're all set up. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a side-to-side anastomosis.
Associate in Arts.
Delta College began the fall semester with a State of the College address by President Gavin to faculty and staff members. Dr. Gavin's message contains success stories, challenges, and goals for the college. Let's listen in to excerpts from this inspirational presentation.
Good morning, everybody. I have a couple things that I wanted to inform you about in terms of what we've done in the last year, and then also some slides here about the direction that we're going to be moving in, and most of you know it. Before I even get into it, I want to tell you a huge celebration for us. All right, enrollment report. So you probably are all feeling this. If you're not, you will feel it the first day of classes. But we are up 6% beyond our budget goal. For our budget goal, this is just for those data nerds like myself in the room. We had budgeted to be up. So year over year, we're even higher than that. We have been doing a lot of work, and every part of the college has had a significant impact on this enrollment number. And these are not in order, but I do think in terms of some of the student experience, they are in order. The change to the GSP that the math and English areas, along with student educational services, have implemented, which is a fancy way of saying we no longer require students to do the AccuPlacer. That has reduced the time from application to registration by almost 12 days. Now I'm going to shift real quickly. This data here basically shows you that in the region that we sit in, the degree attainment of our citizens is not as high as we would like it to be, right? You know, you could pick a benchmark number, but what you see is nationally, this region, as well as statewide, this region is not as high. So here's some things that we've done in the last year and a half. This is not new money. We've taken $800,000 of the colleges that was already in the general fund, and we've reallocated towards the goals. So you heard me talk about the number of new advisors we've had. In advising, what we've done, if you were not aware, we've increased the number of advisors, but we've also split it up into two factors. Those advisors who are going to focus on the transfer programs, and those advisors that will focus on the workforce programs. We also have now assigned the students to advisors in a way that's curricularly directed rather than some other means. So those are good work. Some other things that we've done, we've paid for a single line nonstop bus from Saginaw to here 4 times a day, and we've aligned the course schedule to it. The ridership is actually beyond what we thought it would be. We created a Betty division, which I'm going to talk to you about, under Dr. Pam Ross McLean, who by reallocation, you will see downstairs that more folks are going to be reporting to her, And you will also see downstairs that we're having a place where students can go to get food, the food pantry, the clothes closet that already existed, we're putting them in the same place. So students can start to go to one place to find their needs instead of have to know the particular person, if you will. This is, I mentioned Alice, you'll see the definition of Alice here. This is our average age or mean average of students is in the mid-20s. You all know this. But what that means is many of our students are, they're grappling with the realities of life. Our students, 20% have children. 20% have children. Most do not have stabilized childcare. They have, Mom, can you take care of the kids today? Aunt, can you take care of the kids today? I can't come to class because no one can take care of the kids today. Most of them do not know how they're going to pay for their next semester. They paid for this semester, but they don't know how they're going to pay for next semester. Most of them have errands, and as a result, we're trying to reimagine what the community college of tomorrow looks like in order to deal with these issues that are real and they're not going to go away. I think in all of this conversation, what we're really talking about is time. We're talking about students' time, right? I like the concept of time poverty to think about some of our students' lives. What I would encourage us to think about is that time is a commodity that our students don't have. So how do we think about that in a way that we can support them outside of the classroom, but also in the way we organize our space, our schedule, et cetera, to make us fit into the lives that they have in a way that allows them to get to that ultimate goal of completing their degree. Some solutions that we've already seen. I mentioned these. I do want to make sure that if you're a faculty member, you've read Dr. Curry's email out regarding early alerts. We will continue the work, the initiative of 10 free gym passes for students and employees. And you can see the rest here, but I do want to make sure that we also underscore two medical and health-related initiatives that we brought up. One is You Will, which is a 24/7 mental health remote service. And the other is our mobile medical unit, which is coming to campus once a week for students and employees that need any kind of any health care at all. So I want to say thank you to everybody in this room. You guys, you people, I should say, have done such excellent work to make this happen, and it makes me excited to see, like, for the first time in my career, 2 years in a row as an administrator up in enrollment. It's fantastic, so thank you.
A rare total solar eclipse will pass through the United States next April, bringing a memorable experience. We talked to Delta College Planetarium and Learning Center Director Mike Murray, who shared essential tips to make the most of this event.
The next great American total solar eclipse is coming in April of next year, but it is not too soon to start planning your own trip to get to totality. And while the path of the total solar eclipse comes closer to Michigan, you have to go down where the totality shadow actually is to enjoy a total solar eclipse. So we want to give you all tips on when and where to go and see this, because you've got to start planning early. We here at the Planetarium are already starting with a public feature show called Eclipse the Sun Revealed. We're also going to have a number of special talks and presentations, and we'll be posting resources to help people plan for their eclipse viewing. The partial solar eclipse that's visible almost all over the country isn't really what you want. You need to get down into the narrow path of totality, where you actually get to see the moon cover the entire face of the sun. And that is the shadow that we're talking about. You want to plan to be in the shadow to get the full effects of a total solar eclipse. The path of totality starts in the southern part of the United States in Texas and moves rapidly northeast up as close as Indiana and Ohio. And so we want to give you all some great places to go and set up so that you'll be in the path of totality. Keep in mind, millions of people are already making reservations right now in order to get into that path. And so there are a number of areas that you can look where the path of totality is going to go And you can either look for accommodations, or you might even think about just camping out somewhere, but you want to check well ahead of time. The other thing you want to make sure to check is the weather. April is not exactly the most clear sky friendly time of the year, and so you'll want to be prepared to go mobile, meaning if you look at the weather predictions the day before and you find that it's going to be clear in one part of Ohio or Indiana, be prepared to drive a little bit, because it will be worth it to get that 4 minutes of totality. There are lots of great resources that are out there online, and the Delta College Planetarium has already posted some of the best ones on our resources page. So if you go to the astronomy page, you'll find resources that give you all the best kinds of tips for how to safely view the eclipse, where the best areas are, maps, timetables, and all of the crucial information. We won't have another total solar eclipse across the United States until 2045. So you do not want to miss this opportunity, and you do not want to stay here in Michigan. Even though we'll get up to 92% of the sun covered by the moon, a partial eclipse is still just a partial eclipse. The whole point is you've got to get down to totality, and it's not that far away. Somewhere in northern Ohio, for example, the cloud cover might be a little bit better. So you want to keep an eye on the weather, and you want to get yourself down there. Make plans now. To prepare yourself for the next great eclipse, we have a feature show that will be running Saturday afternoons at 3:30 from now through April, so you can see what it is that you can expect from a total eclipse experience and how to best prepare.
The Delta College women's soccer team recently began their season with some impressive wins.
This year has been fantastic. The girls are, they came in shape, ready to play. The sophomores have stepped up big time as a leadership and bringing the kids in and making them feel comfortable right away, and that's the biggest thing for junior college. The freshmen came in ready to play, and they're very, very talented, and we're doing really well because of it.
So this year I really feel strong about how connected we are as a team and how much we get along with each other. We're able to connect passes, get through and communicate with each other, and off the field we're super, super close. We hang out all the time, and it's really fun.
We have a really great team culture, and from my experience in the last 2 years, last year we had a great team culture as well. Everyone hangs out outside of soccer. We go out to eat, we do a bunch of different team bonding stuff, or just hanging out as friends.
Our playing style is very fast-paced. We do like to keep the ball on the ground. We like to connect with each other, find those switches.
We like to keep the ball on the ground, move it really fast, and play a lot of quick touches, 1 and 2 touch, and be as creative as possible. And we're going to be high intense pressure, and we're going to play fast and get in transition quickly.
Our biggest goal is to make it to the national tournament and try and get to that first place spot in nationals.
This season I think everyone has the goal of getting to the national tournament. Even just getting there would be great.
Every year, of course, the girls, we feel that we should somehow get to the national tournament, but that is not our end-all goal. The biggest thing for us is, if we get there, it's a great thing, but the journey that we have on the way there is the most important thing. And are they becoming better people, and will they be ready for their life out of here and being successful in their next work or their next school that they go to?
I'm really excited for the rest of the season. We're doing really well. We're undefeated so far.
We're playing pretty hard lately, and we're still going undefeated, so coming out and watch our home games. 3 left.
I'd love for everybody to come out and watch us. We have a fantastic team. We have, I think, 3 more home games that you can look online and get the schedule.
1 year into a unique program, Delta College's partnership with Saginaw STARS bus program offers free rides from its downtown Saginaw STARS facility to Delta's main campus. To tell us more about this program and how the first year went, we talked to Christy Nelson, Director of Downtown Centers.
Delta College has a partnership with Saginaw STARS Transportation Center to provide busing for our students that they're able to get out to our main campus. So it's a shuttle that operates 4 different routes a day. It leaves the STARS station and comes out to campus. We have an early morning shuttle as well as a mid-morning and then a later afternoon and then an evening shuttle. That affords students the ability to get access to all the different programs that Delta has, especially like skilled trades, some of the allied health programs, such as like nursing. Those are really popular with students, but they're not programs that we can duplicate at our downtown Saginaw Center, so transportation is key for those students to have access. Delta is now in its second year of a 4-year contract with STARS to provide transportation to our students. Last August, when we kicked off the bus line, we had about 50 riders in the first month, and when we closed out the academic year last year, we were just under 200 riders for each month. So it has been growing, and we have seen students using it. It is also open to the public, so if people within the public want to come out to Delta, maybe they want to use our fitness center, use the pool, or use the library, or different resources like that. The general public is also able to use the Delta Direct line to come out to campus, and they just have to pay the regular STARS fee that you would pay for any bus line. So it's really great access for anybody within the Saginaw community. Delta offers this program because we are committed to making students' lives easier. If you would like more information about busing, please visit our Delta website and search transportation.
Delta College's main campus is located between the 3 communities of Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland. Trees, streams, and wild animals beautify the 640 acres, bringing tranquility. Delta recently started a trail system to let all explore the beautiful sights. To hear more about where we stand with the trail system, we talked to Stephen Gregory, Director of Facilities.
Here at Delta, we are excited about our new trail system that we have been working on over the past 3 years. The trails consist of grass trails, some are mulch, some are even gravel. The mulch and gravel are recycled material. The trail system goes through a lot of natural wildlife habitat. We're looking at developing these trails so that not only the public can come out here, but also if you want to bring your bike and go for a ride or bring the kids out on the weekend, there's a lot of things to enjoy on our trail system. Behind us is the covered bridge. It's basically the trailhead, and it's a good landmark to reference when you come on campus. The bridge was constructed in 1976 by faculty. It's in a state right now that we want to renovate it. We did some work on the foundation. From this point, we have approximately 4 miles of trails that are grass, and they connect to other trails that we're developing. Eventually we'll have a trail system that will go around the entire campus. We're on 1 square mile, so you'll be able to start here and go all the way around the whole campus. The easiest way to find the trailhead is to park at J-Wing. It's right across from the bridge. Eventually the master plan is to get a lot of signs up to kind of explain the trailhead and the distances. And we're also looking at even working with Department of Natural Resources on some habitat, things that we can add to these trails and work with the Department of Natural Resources. The trail is very interesting. There's quite a bit of habitat, different animals that you'll see. One of the main animals we have on campus are deer. Year-round, when you access these trails, you will see deer. What's interesting is just the natural resource of the water in the wintertime attracts the deer, and they yard up in this area. Along with deer, we have coyote, we have bald eagle, squirrels. There's a lot of habitat here that's natural that the animals love, and honestly, they're not as afraid as you would think. They're used to people walking these trails, so there's a good chance you'll see some animals as you're walking. One of the things you'll notice too that's new to the trail system is some sculptures that we recently added. There's maps available online to help you navigate the trails and just give you some ideas of where you're going. The trails have multiple uses, not only for just going out and enjoying the environment, but some of the programs are using it for even checking out the water quality in the drainage ditches to cross-country track meets. There's a lot of potential that can be done on these trails, and we're hoping to use it the most we can. We encourage you to come out and visit our trails. You don't have to be a Delta student. The trails change throughout the season. Even in the winter months, we groom the trails so they're easier to navigate, and we welcome you to come on out.
Higher education institutions nationwide are expanding their use of credit for prior learning. Today, we'll be talking with Ed Suniga, Dean of Occupational Programs and Workforce Strategies, and Kevin Vaskevich, Professor of Computer Science and Infotech, to see how this important tool can accelerate an adult's path toward completing their degree and access to a high-wage and high-demand job.
So credit for prior learning is a benefit that students are bringing, having worked in the field for many years. We have many more adult students coming to Delta. Our average population is 26 years old, so they've worked in their place of work and in their career for many years. Many of them are coming for a career change or to be upskilled, but they're bringing something that maybe they've not been able to take a course on, or maybe they've not been able to earn an industry certification on, but there's a way that they can actually get credit and account that towards a course, getting them closer to their degree and saving money. Career credentials, in relation to it being important, is really about trying to make sure we're getting the right skill set for someone coming in and needing immediate work. Credit for prior learning, in its value and why students need to receive credit, is it's better for them to receive that credit as they're coming in and not having to go through a course where they have to go over that same knowledge, skill, and ability set and waste their time. So they're going to save money, they're going to save time, and it's going to not have them lose interest and demotivate them to complete their either course and or degree. Delta allows students to submit credit by portfolio. It's a main way that we're allowing students to submit credit for prior learning. We're working to, via a couple of grants, to improve and to also streamline the process so that we can identify or have identifiable certifications that when a student brings that particular certification, we automatically grant them credit. Students will receive a variety of credit depending on what they submit. They can receive as minimum as a course, which would be 3 to 4 credits, or they can receive as many as maybe 16 to 19 credits depending on what it is that they're submitting. Delta really focuses on trying to make sure the students getting the credit that they need, that they've earned for their pathway, which is usually a certificate or a 2-year degree. We're working very hard to make sure that transfers are also included in that.
The Computer Science and Information Technology faculty are excited to mention our partnership with Google within the college to offer their Google IT Support Certificate. This certificate is excellent for getting the current skills you need to be successful in the IT field. Google has partnered with many different companies out there like IBM, Dell, Ford Motor Company, and many others. The Google IT Support Program incorporates 5 courses, and those courses must be complete for you to obtain the certificate. Taking those courses, and if you opt to enroll at the college, you can get credit for 5 Delta courses in the CST area. Collectively, they are about 150 hours of your time. You must pass each assessment with 80% or better. This program does stand out to employers. It is fine-tuned to what they are wanting. We are excited about this program that we're offering to the community, and it's a great program. I'd be glad to meet one-on-one with students that want to hear more about the program. We're really excited about it.
Delta College is really focusing in on both national and regional and state level initiatives to make sure that we're doing the right thing for students. We have a high focus on our ALICE population, on our underserved students, and we're really leveraging funds to be able to help those individuals move into technical areas. And just really in general, trying to make sure that we're offering our technical skill courses in a way that students are able to start small and be able to move into a more intentional pathway, getting them towards an associate degree and ultimately a transfer, such as an engineering program. So for more information about career credentials and credit for prior learning, please contact the information that's on your screen.
I want to thank Ed and Kevin for their dedicated work to help Delta students succeed. Now, let's see what's on the Dateline Delta calendar of events.
The Delta College Planetarium is hosting a series of shows during the month of October. For more information about these shows and events happening at the planetarium, visit their website at delta.edu/planetarium. In honor of Hispanic Heritage Month, Delta College is showing a documentary about Dolores Huerta. The film shows on Wednesday, October 4th at 10 a.m. with a Q&A session following. The event takes place at the Delta College Downtown Saginaw Center. Delta College is hosting a transfer fair on Tuesday, October 10th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Come and walk the hallways and speak to dozens of university transfer representatives. The event is open to the public. Celebrating Tejano music with Delta College Public Media. Radio personality Mike Mendoza presents a historical information session to create awareness around the meaning Tejano music. The presentation is on Saturday, October 28th from 10 to 3:30 p.m. in A036. For further information on these events or other campus activities, contact the Office of Marketing and Public Information at 989-686-9490 or visit our website at www.delta.edu.
Well, that wraps up our show. Please join us again on October 29th when we highlight what's happening here at Delta College, one of America's leading community colleges. Now, I leave you with the sights and sounds of Delta College. For Dateline Delta, I'm Diane Middleton. Thanks for watching.
Local productions seen on Delta College Public Media are made possible with support from viewers like you. Thank you.